I was like, whoa.
Favorite
I didn't think
anime
that was
is Blood
possible.
Plus.
It's definitely some anime out there is like so fucking dark. It's not even funny anymore. Like,
Have
this
y'all
is
seen Blood Plus?
yes, I have. I
I
have seen Blood, but
yeah,
that is the most
I haven't
darkest.
seen it.
Mm.
That is the most darkest of all anime I've ever fucking watched. Like it's oh
Yeah,
god, it's
that's
so
one of my
dark.
favorite animes. That really got me hooked. I
I didn't
and
finish
I
it,
guess that
but I
explains.
definitely started it.
Yes, Blood Plus, Full Metal Alchemist. Those are my two top faves. So that kind of explains a lot, you know.
Mm.
But yeah, good storyline, a lot of gore. Good character development. Like what else can you ask for?
If you want to watch a good gory anime, I would suggest you watch Angel of Death. It's very psychological too.
Hmm.
I've never finished Angel of Death, but I watched like 2 or 3 episodes of it and was like, this is too psychological for me. I'm not gonna watch this shit.
It's too goddamn much.
It is
I
too much.
started watching Mob Psychopath. That was really good.
Yeah, My Psychopath. I watched 1 episode of My Psychopath and I just couldn't get into it. I tried.
Oh, it's so good. I like it.
I
I
tried.
like it. It's kind of like what they say, like some what's that man? Was that man Shrink? No, it's not the man Shrink. I don't know. It's like that one movie where it's supposedly you trying to like stop the crimes from happening before they happen. Basically.
Minority Report.
There you go, Minority Report.
That
Hmm.
was actually one of my favorite movies.
Minority Report.
Yeah, that's literally what it's like.
Hmm. Interesting.
Actually, like pre-crime, I believe was the name of the police thing.
Yeah. There's a lot of true crime anime out there too. You know, it has some type of
Pre-crime,
twist to
not
it.
true crime.
Oh, true
Pre-crime.
pre-crime.
Most
Oh, okay.
recent anime that I've been watching or finished watching was Demon Slayer. But as far as like most recent animated thing that I watched today, I believe it or not, I watched the Modoc that released. If you haven't seen that,
How was that?
it's not the best, but it's not the worst. There are some really genuinely funny moments in it, but I feel like a lot of it is for the super nerds, and you would have to get a lot of the references to it. So it doesn't necessarily hit the same mark, but it's made by Seth Green, so just imagine the Star Wars episode just redone in a little bit of a more tasteful manner and organized. Organ- yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. It's not more like Robot Chicken, but it's more organized in the story.
Right. Right.
It has random moments. There's random stupidity in there. Like it's funny. Don't get me wrong, but like I think the average person, I don't think would enjoy it as much.
Possibly not, but like I said, it's well, most anime has a different taste. You know, I have a bunch of different tastes in anime, so to each their own. I watch a lot of isekai anime, which is like trapped in another world. So that's where my area of expertise is isekai anime. I love those type of anime. I love reading those types of anime. But I will venture off and watch other shit like Don't Toy With Me, Miss what's that fucking word? Miss Nagatoro. And it's about this one girl that finds this one dude in the art club, and she literally toys with him sexually, like gives off sexuals and like innuendos and whatnot. Like basically just tortures this guy when
That's
she's around
bullshit right
him.
there.
She
That's
bullies him pretty
bullshit right
much.
there.
She
That's
bullies him.
bullshit.
She teases him, but it's all because she likes him. Like
Oh, that's
like
toxic.
Stupid ass
she,
broad.
like she loves this dude, and he finds out that she treats other people differently than how she treats him because one day he was in a restaurant drinking whatever he wanted to drink, and then she was on a quote unquote date with her friend and 2 other guys. Now these 2 other guys were trying to talk to her, and she just seemed so uninterested and so bored. And the dude that she picked on was like, "Okay, now you guys are in it. Now she's gonna make fun of you. Now you guys are gonna feel what I feel." And she was just looking like she was just so bored, and she went to the point to insult them and say, "You guys are really like dumb and stupid, like really." And then she hurt their feelings so bad they just both left. It was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom."
Sounds like Brenda.
Yeah, pretty
Not,
much.
not on here.
But she definitely likes him in some form or way because she teases him, and she's the only one that she teases like that. Even in the first episode, like you can tell, okay, she might kind of
He
like
said,
him.
not on here.
Yeah, but it's like I said, it's a lot of good anime out there that's now out in 2021. A lot of anime, Tokyo Revengers. That's I haven't seen that yet, but I heard that that's pretty good. Um, Re Zero, starting life in another world is pretty good.
The second season of that. The first season was absolutely amazing. You know, I
Yeah,
like the living shit out of it.
it really was, and Boruto's been getting some traction because now all the good shit's starting to happen, but everybody's lost interest in it now. So
I don't know. My personal favorite to this day is I have a weird taste in anime. Like, have you seen Hime no Todoke?
no, what is that?
It's called From Me to You. It's basically a slice of life anime about love interests. And so basically, the main story is the girl that's there is sort of being compared to the girl from The Grudge,
Mm.
and so she gets picked on and nobody likes her. And then eventually, a boy starts to see her inner beauty, and it's just funny because she's really awkward. So like, it gives like the awkward nerds that are very socially awkward hope for the future. And then
That's
everybody pretty much gets hooked up except one person, which I'm very upset they did not. It's just an enjoying ride to watch. It's very genuine and probably the best, if actually what I've seen on multiple anime rating websites, best romance anime.
hmm. Interesting. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Everyone that I know that have watched it has said that that's personally on their list of favorite romance animes or slice of life.
Yeah, I have a favorite romance anime slice of life. My favorite slice of life anime is called, even though it's not really slice of life, but it is kind of slice of life. It's called Angel Beats.
Oh, I know.
So sad, so fucking sad. And I even like a couple of other ones too, like is can
I know it's not really
not
slice of
not
life,
not
but
not 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 Chobits, not Chobits, but something else. I got a little
Chobits was
confused.
good too.
Yeah,
Although I
Chobits was
didn't like
good.
the ending. I don't understand. Yeah, oh, well, I don't want to ruin it for people. I don't understand the ending. Basically,
Chobits is so fucking old. You have not seen Chobits by now. There's something wrong with you. There's definitely something wrong with
I
you.
don't want to spoil it for people because I mean, come on, now you got to think about it. Like
Chobits came out in the '90s. Didn't Chobits come out in the '90s? Like, come on, it came out in the fucking '90s.
It did.
Come
It
on.
really did. But
By now, if you have not seen it and you want, oh, spoilers, I haven't seen Chobits. Like, really? Really? The show came out in the fucking '90s. Really?
it's
Gone
entirely
somewhere.
possible.
Sit your ass down somewhere. Sit your ass down somewhere and get a life.
I definitely haven't seen Chobits, but I heard about it and I've seen enough of it.
Hey,
The
look at
only
that.
the slice of life that I like is the Disastrous Life of Psyche K. That's really good.
Yeah, Disaster Like Psychic K is good. But also, School Rumble is pretty good, too. If you get a chance, look up School Rumble.
God.
That's an old slice of life anime, but it's pretty good. It's funny as shit. Also, Kill Me Baby is also funny as shit, too. It's a slice of life / comedy show. Also, I don't understand what my husband is saying. It's pretty much it's pretty much a yeah. It's pretty much about this one woman that married a geek / nerd / everything else that goes with that goes with that. And the episode's about her pretty much not understanding what her husband is saying, like literally, but she still loves him because of him. It's who he is, and he's proud of who he is, and she just loves him more because of that. And then there's also an anime about making drinks. I forget what it's called, but but this is about a husband who's a stay-at-home husband / bartender. So when his wife comes home from work and whatnot, he makes her all these extravagant drinks, alcoholic beverages and whatnot, and she gets drunk and happy. It's a really cute anime, a really cute anime if you like, and they teach you how to make some of these drinks too. Like they're not, he's not just making them. They're teaching you how to make them so you can make them at home.
Speaking of some interesting bar themed things, what's the name of the anime that where they go there to be judged by God.
There's a
They're
lot
gonna
of
be
there's a
reincarnated.
lot of anime that has
Ah,
that.
Jesus. Do you remember what that's called? Death Parade. There we go.
Death Blade,
Death Parade.
Death Parade.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen that, John, but I bet you would enjoy that.
Let me see
It was a
something.
very limited series, but the whole premise was that you go to this bar and then they ask you a series of questions or put you in a series of questions,
Mm-hmm.
and depending if you pass or fail, you get reincarnated.
Interesting.
Oh.
Also, for people who want to see these animes that we're talking about, we will be making a list in the Discord for anime to watch, so you can look at the list there.
And then the other one about bartending, which one was I about to say? Oh yeah, the what was it called? The house husband one. That one's really good on Netflix.
I don't know what my husband is saying. I feel like I've definitely seen it. I started that.
The life of the house husband. There we go.
The Life of a House Husband, yeah, that was pretty good. The Life of he's the ex crime boss and whatnot. That was definitely pretty good.
I want more of it, but I understand that it was one of those things where the creator really wanted a specific amount. You didn't want to overdo it.
Yeah, they might make more on Netflix if it's good enough.
Well, I don't know, man. That was probably one of my new favorite animes to watch. Me and my wife were loving it and digging it a lot. So I really, really hope they do more with that. But from what I read, because one of my other friends is really deep into anime culture, and like he's watched the Hime no Todoke, so me and him have had a conversation on it because, like I said, that's one of his favorites as well. He really liked the way of the house husband, but he says that the creator only wanted a couple episodes. He didn't want anything big for it, so I don't know if they'll be willing to do it. However, I do feel like they need.
True.
I'm ready.
Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on in 2021. Even though we're in the midst, like we're in the I'm not gonna say we're in the ending of the pandemic. We're in the middle of the pandemic. We're definitely in the middle of the pandemic because people are wondering, should we open up? Should we stay closed? All these vaccines are coming out. All these people who saying, "Oh, if I'm vaccinated, I can take off my mask." No, you can still carry COVID and still give it to other people. But my point is that there's a lot of stuff coming out for games, books, anime, TV, video game wise. Mass Effect just dropped their game where they combine Mass Effect, I think 1, 2, and 3 together. I forget
what
what
all the
it's.
DLC into it and everything.
Yeah.
The only thing that they don't have is Pinnacle Station, but they've been saying for years that the source code for it got corrupted and they don't want to redo it.
Yeah, I understand. But like I said, it's a good time to be a nerd. It's a good time to be someone who's into all this stuff because there's so much stuff coming out in 2021. Like, we're only like almost halfway done with the year, and they still have some shit planned for us.
You know what I'm waiting to hear about? If I'm being honest, you know what I'm waiting to hear about?
What do you?
Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok. That's what I'm waiting to hear. That's what I want to fucking talk about.
I would probably just watch somebody play that game like I did Resident Evil Village.
Oh, I finished that game
That's
already.
what I'm into.
I gotta say,
That's what gets my nipples hard right now.
He said, that's what gets the nipples hard.
I wasn't really amused with the new Resident Evil. It wasn't scary. They had like the doll part going for it, but overall, like nothing.
Okay,
really
like,
I just wanted to see Lady
something
Dimitris.
about that. Let me just throw something out there. Resident Evil games are scary depending on how often you play them or just how easily you get scared. No, you're not gonna jump at too many things like that. You a grown ass person. What you look like out here? Like it ain't about it. It's suspenseful. I care more about it being suspenseful than scary.
What they even said in that thing that they toned it down because Resident Evil 7 was really good. Like, don't get me wrong, it had some really good moments in there.
Like these days, I like a little. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind a little. You know what I'm saying? A little show. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect it to be fucking horrifying because realistically, you know, I've seen worse shit in real life, so a video game ain't really gonna bother me that much.
Yeah, that's true.
That's just
I
me.
also heard that it depends on the level of challenge that you play it on. So I heard that if you're playing it on a harder level or the hardest level, that they added way more like the heart thumping music and more monsters and more jump
Like the
scares.
point of these horror games is to give you anxiety, not fucking nightmares. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Give you a little bit of anxiety, not make you hesitant to want to go
I
forward.
beg to
That type of
differ.
stuff. Not like,
I extremely beg to differ. Resident Evil 1, a classic.
okay,
Resident
we were
Evil 2,
children when
a
it came
classic.
out. Of course, we were fucking scared. We were
Not
all
even
kids.
nowadays as a grown ass man, I've got the remastered and playing the remaster, and it's still pretty fucking scary. I don't know which time that I gave it scary. I played
My sweet
Resident Evil
Jesus.
8.
My sweet Jesus. My sweet Jesus.
Man,
Don't make me say it. Don't fucking make me say it.
you're gonna say I'm a snob, but realistically, like, think about it this way. Alright, what happened with Freddy and Jason? Over time it got nasty, right?
Yeah.
This is essentially what's happening with Resident Evil in my eyes. They had so many good ones, then they ran out of ideas, or they wanted to please a certain crowd, and they fucked it up.
Like, everyone had an issue with Resident Evil 6. I liked Resident Evil 6.
Resident Evil 6 is the farthest.
I thought the co-op thing was really fucking cool. I like Resident Evil 6. Like,
That's another thing. If you're a fan of the series, then you would know that, like, it's not Resident Evil. It's just an action game with the Resident Evil.
Something different. I like it because it's something different. Like, I liked it because it was different. And I liked it even more because, like, okay, a lot of people like co-op games. So of all the games you can play together, Resident Evil 5 was pretty much the blueprint for Resident Evil. Like, Resident Evil 5 was like the blueprint, and then with 6 they just bettered the mechanics. Personally, I liked it. I honestly didn't see no issue with it. I thought that shit was cool.
But those are the worst rated in the group, you do understand.
I don't give a damn.
What happened is they displeased the fans. Like,
Okay, ladies, you are both beautiful in your own ways, okay?
Hippo.
And y'all both thick as hell.
You're both thick as hell. Like,
Well-
fans don't speak for me. Just because other people dislike it doesn't mean I had to. I liked it.
Yeah, that's fine. You're perfectly fine with your opinion. But I'm just saying is that I played the series religiously, and I expect a certain level of spookiness from it, and it just didn't bring the heat.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, that's an understandable point. I never played Resident Evil. That's why I'm not even a part of this conversation right now.
I played all the way down to the director's cut. It's not to be a snob or anything, but, like, you know, I'm in the culture for Resident Evil. But my wife even thought the same thing too. She was uninterested after the doll part. The doll part was perfectly good. The baby part was magnificent. So I know they have it in them. Like, you're talking about suspense and fear, like the baby part was like 10 out of 10. It was perfect.
So, are we going to talk about Yasuke?
I still haven't seen it, although I'm
I haven't seen
interested.
it yet. I'll plan on watching that, but I haven't.
I've seen Yasuke. It's pretty good.
Someone said it was cute.
Who said that shit? Who?
Coincidentally, it was my ex that Kendall kind of sort of had to.
Huh?
Man, check that dude again. Yasuke was a good anime. It wasn't top tier. It wasn't on the level of most animes, but it was still a good anime to watch and to enjoy and to see. Like, you know,
I think it's more or less supposed to be about the history, from what I see.
It
You know,
was.
I don't think it's necessarily supposed to be overdrawn. I think from what I've seen in the trailers and from what I understand about the actual history for it, it seems like it's mostly just a history-inspired thing.
Fun fact about that, before he passed away, Chadwick Boseman was actually supposed to do the live action movie.
Yep, he was supposed to do the live action for that.
Which I would have been more than happy, but shit happens, apparently.
shit always happens.
Man, that fucked with me. I really like Boseman. That's the sad part.
A lot of
I
people,
really like
a
Boseman.
lot of people. I still remember when
I was
one
playing.
called me and told me that he passed away. I was at work, right? And he called me. He was like, "Yo, are you sitting down?" I'm like, "Wow, what's up?" He's like, "I gotta tell you something." I'm sitting there like, "Oh shit." And I'm like, what's up? He said Chadwick Boseman passed away. I was like, stop fucking playing with me. He's like, nah, I swear to God, you fucking playing with me. I was like, man. Like, the only other person I felt that way about that passed away was Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac died.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, when
man,
you
Oh,
there,
that
yeah.
one me too. Well, I remember growing up watching the original Kings of Comedy and laughing my ass off.
Yes.
because
Keep
his
on
Hmm.
movie
giving me a
Soul
laugh.
Man, the one he had made with
Oh
Samuel L. Jackson,
yeah.
that had just came out, and I had watched it like maybe a couple days before I found out he passed away. I was like, damn.
So while we're on the topic of this black culture, I want to mention that something that happened earlier within the group today about the entirety of a troll turning a post into a social justice project. Now, we won't take down this post. We just want people to know that if it has anything to do with nerdiness or anime or gaming wise, we will allow it to be posted, regardless of what color it may come in, as long as you're not promoting just one-sided love or one-sided hate. You know, it can be allowed. But for the most part, this one troll, James Del Toro, he basically put it upon himself to become a troll in our group, to try to create division, chaos, is what I would say. And one of our members, Ches, she's actually here in the podcast right now, was posted a black version of Demetrius from.
Lady,
I'm not
lady,
Lady Demetrius. I'm
whole
sorry,
title, folks.
Lady Demetrius from Resident Evil Village, which it was good. I liked it. I like the black version of her.
Apparently, a lot
Yeah,
of people did.
a lot of people did do it, but he was the only one in that post that was talking about, oh, this is like, I forget what the fuck he was saying, something about races and whatnot, talking about something. So we're just gonna put this out there that LNG stands for the League of Nerdy Gamers. Whether you're black, blue, purple, orange, turquoise, whether you identify as a fucking toaster or a fucking Gundam, or even if you identify as a male or a female, whatever you want to identify yourself as, and whatever you are, whatever package you come in, when you come to us, we will welcome you into the group, regardless of what you are and what you stand for. As long as you are all about anime, gaming, and being a nerd, we're cool with that. I don't care if you're a communist. I don't care if your country is a commie country. If you don't, go like posting that all over the page, I'm cool with you coming as you are. But for the most part, it's the people that want to act like that there's something wrong with a certain post, and they want to put their opinions out there to try to change the narrative and to try to mold it into something else. That's a problem. And
Or how about this? Don't take it more serious than what it's intended. Okay?
no,
Like,
it's not just
don't.
about that. It's not just about that because people will always try to change the narrative to try to make it seem like something that it isn't
It's
there.
not.
Like
It's not just about.
most of us in here are very unbiased with a lot of stuff, including like no one cares about nationality, no one cares about what hood you from, what city you from, where like none of that matters
Sexual
because we all
orientation,
here
class.
under this one thing of enjoying this particular type of stuff, whether
Hmm.
it be video games, TV shows, comics, so on and so forth, pop
Just
culture,
nerd culture in
nerd
general.
shit. Don't well, like whatever your issue may be, like keep that out of it, like because it has nothing to do with any of us. We're all here to talk about specific shit, specific things, and like all that extra stuff, like the race thing. Like, bro, like it's enough of that shit going around as it is. Like, you
Hmm.
don't need to bring that everywhere.
And even with the
Well,
people,
the,
and
the
even with
major
the.
problem that I saw with that post is more or less like he's trying to be a social justice warrior, taking it too literal for word for word. And
Being passive
it's
aggressive, being passive aggressive, that shit is annoying. I'm sorry, I don't care if don't like. I'm gonna be straight up about being it's annoying to be passive aggressive in general. Being passive aggressively racist, like it's pretty obvious what you said without actually saying it. Like that shit's annoying because it completely takes away from what's being talked about. and it's like it's enough of that going around in the world as it is. It's just like, bro, like no one wants to hear all that. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, that's understandable.
We just want to enjoy the nerd culture and enjoy our people as well.
We want to enjoy with everybody who's a part of the group.
Yeah.
You know, everyone who's a part of the group. You know, there is no favoritism. There is it's nothing like that. Everyone's welcome here as long as you follow the rules. Whatever, all that, your political views and all that, keep that with you and whoever else. This ain't the place for that. It's not what we're here for. Otherwise, it would be called the Political League of Nerdy Gamers or some shit. I don't know. I'm just saying.
That's true. That's true.
There are plenty of pages out there that's made for that specific type of thing. This ain't it. This ain't one of them. That's all I'm saying.
No, we cannot do that around here.
Who's hopping in and out? Dale. Welcome, Dale Wolf. Unmute yourself. You are allowed to join the conversation.
I'm sorry. That like reminds me of like iCarly. And her brother always comes in like, "Hey, we're doing this. Can you leave?" Like that's literally just what happened.
So I will say this for the most part about it is that that post was not about race at all, and that's it, and that's all. And for people who continue to try to make things about certain things in that group, you will be dealt with accordingly because it's not about that. We're not here to, create like diversion and division and within people. We're here to actually bring people together, like which is why LNG celebrates all races. This month we are celebrating Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. That posting and the announcements will stay up until whenever. Like, it's gonna probably still be even after Asian Heritage Month, just like we did with the whole Black History Month. Just like we did with Black History Month, we're doing the same thing for Asian and Pacific Islanders. Like, we stand by anyone that's a part of our community. Racial, doesn't matter what race you are, doesn't matter what size you are. As long as you come with peace, you will have peace. But until you start not coming with peace, and that's when we start looking at you and start monitoring you. Yes, we monitor certain people. I monitor the fuck out of certain people that are in the group because they have caused problems to be on for. And if you keep on causing problems, I'm just gonna block you. I'm just gonna kick you out.
Period.
Like, you can come back with another fucking page, account or whatnot, but everybody has to be approved. So regardless of that, even if you try to slander us, if you try to post things that aren't necessarily true about the group and the community, then yeah, you're going to be flagged and then you're going to get kicked right then and there. So don't come with hate, and we won't come with the ban. That's just
your ass with that Palpatine.
That's
unlimited power.
That's just
how Mary
what it
had
is.
a little lamb. Period.
Yeah.
Start that there won't be none. You know what I'm saying?
Chess, where the hell you been? Where the hell you been?
I've been here. It's just like, I'm listening. I don't want to interrupt people while they talking. You know what I'm saying? So I'll interject when I feel like.
No, I understand. For the most part, we are a fun-loving group. We don't really promote hate. We don't promote hate.
Think of us as like the nerdy crime mob. You know what I'm saying? Like, we cool until you come with that fuck shit. You might get your ass beat after that. That's all I'm saying.
I also want to talk about some of these other groups. They're on Facebook now. LNG has had a chance to have advertisements on the group to where I would get paid for Facebook to post advertisements. I'm just not comfortable with that. I'm not comfortable using LNG as a way so that they can post advertisements. That's why I never accepted it. Like, it's different if it was on YouTube or different if it was on one of the pages that I use for the podcast. It's different. But the group by itself, I'm not going to have them just post ads everywhere. And I'm noticing a lot of groups are actually accepting that. Like ads in their groups and whatnot and a bunch of other crap.
I don't know. Honestly, if you feel like that, then maybe you should do a Patreon. That's generally where it is for most of those people.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
But for LNG, we don't really. We have a Patreon for LNG for people that want to donate, but we don't really advertise it because at the end of the day, we're just here to have fun and post shit. Like, I'll use the platform, yes, as a way to show you guys what I create, but for the most part, that's the LNG Studios part. Like, if we get an LNG Studios, like, we're trying to get the LNG Studios up and running. It's just that I've been sick, Jesus been sick, and it's just us making all this stuff. We're trying to make all this stuff, and we need help. So, we're just trying to do this thing one day at a time. We're still working on Broken. Like I said, I've been sick for the past 2 to 3 weeks, and we haven't really had to do anything. So, now that I'm 100% better, and I'm streaming, I'm recording, we're going to start putting out content for you guys. I will start making more anime videos of what you should, what I am watching. And maybe you would like it too. Like, I'll just post what I'm watching, and then if you want to watch it, go ahead on and watch it. I watch a lot of weird shit.
It's kind of funny, but I think I just found like that could be one of our first like videos for TikTok.
I don't know. We gotta figure that TikTok thing out. I'm not TikTok suave.
I mean, made the TikTok, so like I mean you know what, man, like
I think that's why I get like a lot of my list for like the gory animes that I want to watch. They'll do.
I mean, but see, the thing with TikTok is pretty much like we don't like. It's pretty like there's so many different things you could put up there. It doesn't have to be one specific thing. You know, people have like, nerd, facts. Of course they make their own content and everything. Original content. They have facts. Just like it's educational. Like it's like so much stuff you can do with that. It could be hey, facts about comic book facts. Stuff like that. Like it's a lot. You can do a lot with that platform, depending on what it is you're interested in, I guess.
We'll see. I've been playing a lot of video games lately, so maybe we can dive more into the video game side of it. I just have to...
Definitely.
We'll have to figure it out. We're going to do one thing at a time. We're not going to do too much or anything. As of right now, our main focus is to try to create content weekly and then make this podcast thing a weekly thing because we lost a lot of viewers. We only have...
well, shit. Everybody got lives and shit. What I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that.
We have to figure out a time frame, too. We have to figure out a time frame for the podcast. I know it's going to be on Saturdays, but I work at night, and I stay up to about 10, 11 o'clock. So I have to stop doing that. That's like going to sleep.
Be a responsible adult and take your ass to bed when you're supposed to.
Bullshit. Fuck being a responsible adult.
Yeah, true that.
Fuck being irresponsible.
I agree on that.
Fuck being responsible.
I mean, but adulthood is just really ghetto in general.
It's the most ghettoest hood I've ever lived in.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's definitely ghetto. Okay, so for the most part...
I recommend 1 star.
So, does anybody have anything that they want to plug before we end? Because we're about to end it in a minute.
Realistically, I have my review for the Hunt game done now.
Yeah,
but I want to do skits, and I'm trying to figure out a way to orchestrate something maybe with Kendall or with somebody else. So that way I can orchestrate
we'll have a meeting after we get done talking. It's me, you, and Kendall will have a meeting after this.
Keep your eyes open for the weekly announcements. I try to do. I'm trying to get into the habit of doing weekly announcements about, discussing random stuff. The last couple I did was Resident Evil, Mortal Kombat. I try to keep up to just see what everyone thinks about a lot of the, whether it be movies, games, animes, whatever. I'll be more. Y'all ever want something y'all want me to throw up there so we can get a little buzz going about it? Let me know. I'll be glad to put the announcements out. So, you know, I mean, just like I'm talking to, you know, you guys too, admins and everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got something in particular you would like me to post or announce, you know, just send me let me know. I'll put it up there. It's always an open discussion. The only thing I ask is just be polite, be respectful, and you know, like just remember, it ain't that serious. It ain't nothing we need to fight about. You know, just hey, it's just all good fun.
These are facts. We are very avid about being peaceful.
I get it.
And
You know,
you guys are grown adults.
Passionate.
There's no difference between being passionate and the difference between being passionate and just insulting people. You shouldn't insult people just because you have a disagreement with them. Like, I understand you disagree, but come on, dude. You didn't have to call him. You have to call him stupid.
At the end of the day, you're a goddamn adult. Act like it. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. Even though adulting is stupid, and we all don't like to adult, but at the end of the day, just be an adult. Just
use a better judgment.
Yeah, use the skills that Barney and the Teletubbies taught you growing up, and Mr. Rogers. Come on, we all watched Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood growing up. Just use the skills you learned then, the golden rule. But that's about it.
Please and thank you.
That too. Please thank you. That's about it. We are going to end for today because we've been talking for a while, and there's a lot of things that we covered. We will be back next week, Saturday. I want to say we're going to be back a little bit earlier. So, Saturdays, I'm going to try to record like 6, 7 o'clock. I got to talk to them and see what they talk. We'll see what they want to do, what times work for them. But for the most part, we are going to be trying this podcast thing again because, like I said before, I was sick. I was so sick. I couldn't do anything. But now that I'm better, we can get stuff done. Be on the lookout for multiple things. The YouTube, TikTok. Trying to see what that TikTok thing is about. But we'll see. We're going to solidify something.
I got a whole bunch more skits beyond the ones that I got for Hunt. So don't worry. We can do this.
Okay, we can definitely talk about that. For the most part, everybody say goodbye to the happy people.
Easy.
I'm gonna say goodbye to the unhappy people because I feel like we're sectioning those off.
Well, they're unhappy. It's not my fault. Okay, that's their fault for being unhappy.
I'm just being a smartass. It's fine.
I know.
That's all you said.
Yeah.
It depends if they want to be a troll or not, and at that point they don't matter. But anyway, goodbye, people. See you next week.